For close to a decade, phone hacking was a thriving cottage industry at the News of the World. This sobering assessment from the opening of the Leveson inquiry, which at this early stage is already pointing the finger at other newsrooms, at The Sun and the Daily Mirror, suggesting they too may have been involved in such activities. Lord Justice Leveson said he recognised a free press was fundamental to democracy. But with that freedom, he said, came responsibility.
I fully consider freedom of expression and the freedom of the press to be fundamental to our democracy, fundamental to our way of life. But that freedom must be exercised with the rights of others in mind.
It was the revelation that the murdered schoolgirl Millie Dowler had her phone hacked which repulsed a nation and led to the demise of the News of the World. Millie's father was in court to hear the inquiry's opening, and the indications are he may give evidence next week on the impact this had on his already traumatised family.
Although the individual or individuals who deleted Millie's voicemail messages back in 2002 might not have realised at the time what the consequences might be in terms of raising false hopes, public opinion was rightly sickened by the callousness and cynicism of the perpetrators.
The News of the World's former royal editor Clive Goodman and private investigator Glenn Mulcair are the only two people so far to have been jailed for their part in the phone hacking scandal. The inquiry was given details of evidence recovered from Glenn Mulcair's home. This included notebooks running to more than 11,000 pages and the names of 28 News of the World employees, along with thousands of requests for his services. The notebooks also suggest he did similar work for The Sun and the Daily Mirror, although in response a Trinity Mirror spokesman said they had no knowledge of ever having employed Glenn Mulcair. Although newspaper editors acknowledge the issues at hand are serious, they're urging Lord Leveson not to over-regulate and to work with the industry to find a satisfactory solution.
I think there's concern that after phone hacking and as a result of the understandable indignation around phone hacking, that there will suddenly be the sense that something must be done. In fact, worse than that, a lot must be done. And as a result of that, we'll see a real increase in regulation.
Lord Leveson said he hoped to report on part one of his inquiry by next September. The second phase, looking specifically at the actions of News International and at the initial police investigation, may be years off, as the current criminal inquiry is still underway. Mark White, Sky News at the Leveson inquiry.